What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn sun sign friends. That's right, if you were born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th and you are a Capricorn sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be doing a reason for worry and stress spread. This is a simple yet very effective spread at getting down to the real root cause of what causes stress in your life. This is a simple 3-card reading, but it gets down and dirty. Now, it is a general overall reading, and if you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy store. The link is in the description, and we can answer some of your questions and get down to the root causes of your issues. But for now, this is a general overall reading that's going to apply to Capricorns in general. So keep that in mind as you listen and watch this. And we're going to be using the Thelema Tarot today. It's a very cool deck. So if you would, just give me a moment to center myself and ask the Tarot the question, what is the reason for worry and stress in the lives of Capricorn sun signs? Alright, we're ready. Worry and stress in Capricorn sun signs. 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Very interesting here. Let's see what we got. Give me a moment to analyze this. We got 2 kings and a justice. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Just give me a moment here to analyze what's going on with this. It's a little bit complicated. Alright, so well, let's look at it one at a time. The first card here is the King of Swords. And this card represents the heart of the matter. The reasons behind worry and stress in the lives of Capricorns. And I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you are being kind of domineering a little bit with your egos, a little bit overly I'm trying to tread gently here. Okay, you guys are being a little bit too much caught in the ego traps, basically, is what the gist I'm getting from this. And what I mean by ego traps is, you know, we have these programs running in our minds, and this program, at the heart of it, is trying to keep us alive. You are hungry, okay? You need to drink water, and that's at the heart of it. But it gets more complex than that. Suddenly it becomes you are right and that person is wrong, or you have to do this or your future will be bleak. And these are the kind of ego thoughts that just just lodge themselves in our minds and our psyches, and we keep telling them to ourselves, and we tell them to ourselves over and over and over until they become true to our reality because we've heard it so many times, and now it's the truth. But it's not the truth, and that's what happens when you live in a lifestyle of overbearing ego. So I'm getting the feeling right now that there's maybe a little bit of conflict in your life as far as ego conflict. Maybe you think you're right and someone else is wrong, and you want to prove them wrong, and you're going to do things that are going to show that they're wrong. And then this is a cause for stress. Yeah, I don't have to go too far into that for you to see that. That's not a good route to go down, because it's not living from a balanced lifestyle. It's not living from a place of understanding and compassion and empathy. It's more of a darker place. And that's where the ego mind generally likes to go. It likes to go into the dark depths and take you down with it. So that's the feeling I'm getting from this card right now, is that a little bit too much in the ego. Just a little bit too domineering of an ego, basically. Alright, this card here represents what you need to let go of. And we have the King of Wands, another king. Give me just 1 second with this card. Okay. This card is telling me that you guys need to just chill out a little bit. Relax. Dial it back. When I think of King of Wands, I think of someone who's just gonna go do it. You know, like, he knows what to do, and he's gonna go do it. He's gonna get it, and he's gonna go for his. And you know, whatever is his, he's gonna take it, and he's gonna put that action in to get it. And I think that's this card is saying, that you need to let go of a little bit of that. Maybe dial back the energy. Maybe you guys are putting too much energy into things right now, when you need to be relaxing. You need to be more reflective and meditative and contemplative, yet you're being too forceful, too energetic. And I get the feeling that this card is really trying to tell you to dial it back a little bit, and you don't always have to be right. You don't always have to be moving. I know you Capricorns. I know a bunch of Capricorns in my life. You guys are go, go, go. You gotta get things done. You want to put that energy into this world, and you constantly are doing stuff. And I think this card is saying that that could be a cause for stress, and in order to relieve some of that stress, you really need to dial it back a little bit. Everything's gonna be okay, Capricorn, if you don't put in 80 hours into work this week. Okay, everything's gonna be just fine. You don't need to work 80 hours. You don't need to get 3 jobs. You don't need to just always be on the go, because that's not sustainable. Your body needs a rest period, and I think this card is telling you to just dial it back a little bit from the energetic impulses that you may have to get things done. This card here represents actions to improve the situation, and we have the Justice card. Ah, okay. This card is saying something to me here. Yeah, this card is asking you to be fair. Be fair with others, and be fair with yourself. With others, like I said, there's a lot of you putting your ego thoughts and trying to push them onto people a little bit, maybe. And this card is asking that you be kind of fair with those people. Accept what they believe, accept who they are, without trying to impose your will upon others. Just realize that we're all different. We're all on different journeys. We all have different realities. And so you try to impose your reality and your thoughts and your ideas onto another person doesn't really work, because you're not in their shoes. You don't know where they've come from, and your reality is different from theirs. So I think this card is saying that you really need to be fair with people who are different than you, or who you see as a threat or opposing you. Just be more relaxed towards them, and understand that they have something to offer that's different from yours, and you both are special and unique in the way that you're going to offer your offerings. So be fair with other people, but also this card is saying be fair with yourself. Maybe you guys are a little bit too hard on yourselves. You're, like I said, you're go, 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 work, work, work. Capricorns generally, this is a general statement. I know some of you aren't, but generally speaking, Capricorns are pretty driven, and be fair with yourself. If you need a break, take a break. If you're being too hard on yourself, really, give yourself time to relax, time to enjoy life if you're not enjoying it, because we're only here for so long, and you don't need to acquire everything in the world to be happy. You can be happy where you are right now with everything that you currently have. So be fair with yourself and be fair with others, so that your stress will kind of just go away. It'll fall by the wayside. So let's do an overview of this spread here. King of Swords, definitely, I've gained the feeling that a lot of you are overbearing. Your ego minds are trying to impose will, impose dominance on others, even with yourself. Your ego mind's just kind of lodged in there, and you guys are living from an ego-based perspective for a lot of you. And I think that's not necessarily a good thing. So in order to rectify the situation, what you need to let go of is that drive to just constantly be going. If you're always going, how can you be reflecting? If you're always going forward, how can you ever reflect on where you've been and learn the lessons? You can't. So you need time to stop and relax and think about things. And that's what this card is saying. Just dial it back a little bit. Dial back that energy so that you can go back and reflect on what you've gone through, what you've done, what you were supposed to learn, so that you're not moving forward into the future without that knowledge. This card here says be fair with yourself and with others. Really put yourselves in the shoes of others. Have some empathy and see if you can't figure out where they're coming from. And don't just put yourself in their ego mind. Put yourself in their heart space, in their emotional space, so that you understand people better, and you're not so willing or desirous of imposing your reality onto them. And also be fair with yourself and take care of your body, take care of your mind and your emotions, so that you're not driving yourself into the ground, so that you're not just overworked and exhausted and burnt out. Okay, so that is my reading for Capricorns in the month of May for the reasons for worry and stress. Remember, this is a general overview. If you guys want a spread tailored just for you where I tap into your specific energies, head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description. And I just want to help, guys, and I think together we can help. You've got questions, I've got answers, and together we can get to the root bottom issue of those problems that you have. So head on over to my Etsy shop. Really appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope that you will leave a like on this video if you got something out of the spread. Leave a comment if you have any questions or any comments to make about this reading. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Happy taroting. Peace.